Hello everyone and welcome to the first Ragecast for 2015. I'm your host, Estos, and let's begin with the game. Looks like the Axis have a timer. We've got Run Zombie, Mad Cow, Top Bomb, and Storm Trout. Good to see Mad Cow back in the game. We got Storm Trout with a very straightforward Axis build. A lot of support weapons, 2 MGs. We got Top Bomb with an aggressive terror start with bolts with MP40s. And an Ostwind, which is pretty unusual to see an Ostwind start. Mad Cow with a PE start with 2 squads of Luftwaffe ground forces and Fallschirmjägers. And a Hotchkiss, which is a strange start. I don't think it has enough fighting power. Certainly not enough anti-tank. We've got Run Zombie with 4 Grenadiers and a pack, which is interesting. Might do better with a single MG instead of one of those Grenadiers. We've got Chrono with two Crocs and an Engineer, which is pretty strange. I think Razor's going to start with his traditional Brit airborne start with gliders. We've got Ultra with 2 MGs as well, so up with the 2 MGs guys. And 2 bar rifles. It's pretty unusual seeing bar rifles. We've got Dr. Nick with airborne, so we've got 2 airborne players, one with gliders and one with actual airborne. With a sniper, 2 MGs and 2 RRs, which is an interesting start as well. Chrono's not really sure what he's doing, I guess. His MG got into the house first. I think he's going to have some trouble. He might actually lose this MG. Plus the Grenadiers are going for the sniper. Sniper's going to go down if it doesn't run. And the gliders come down with 2 Tetrox behind the lines. They've got Storm Trout on both ends. Those commandos there are going to take out that mortar. And 2 Tetrox. It's a pretty aggressive start. Basically decimating one player, but they've lost the sniper in the process, and these 2 R's are in a bad position. He's firing, but he's not running away. 2 Crocs are here, they're going to save those R's. These commandos might get the second MG as well. It's going up against Hotchkiss, against 2 Tetrox. It's a pretty good start. I kind of wish those commandos had nades though. Hotchkiss goes down. On the right hand side, pretty much open, just small skirmishes. I think Run Zombies realize that they're focusing on Italy on the left. It's 2 mortars gone. Not to mention an Axis MG. But that airborne squad's nearly dead. We've got Storm Trout's anti-sniper call-in, but it's useless because the sniper's already dead. Bring on more anti-tank. We see Run Zombies force coming in from the left with a bunch of LMGs and Shreks, which I think 1 MG should be able to suppress them, and then the Croc should be able to kill them. It's a good start, but Chrono's push with his Croc should have come a bit earlier, but very good. Attack both sides. And there's some friendly mortar fire here. Fallschirmjäger is getting behind this commando engine. But they got Faust. I don't know if that's going to matter much. Tetrac's pretty low health though. You could actually kill it with the Faust. Storm Trap needs to do something with these bikes. It's just a waste of pop right now, and Run Zombies' Grens are basically dying to these Crocs. We're seeing Nick set up a defensive position using this church. Putting up a MG nest, he's got some supply drops coming in. And we've seen Razor put down a triangulation here, he's got 1. He needs to put up another 2 to get full triangulation across the map. Run Zombie did some backcapping, but now it doesn't matter. It's gone. Crocs are moving in, doing a lot of damage to Mancaz units. This is what happens when you try to take on Crocs with P-grants. It really doesn't work out well. Run Zombie's replacing his losses with a Panzer IV, unskirted. A lot of the fighting scenes I expect will take place around this cathedral. It's kind of important, sort of wedges the map. This Croc is up to 19 kills. It is really good. More airborne coming down. Oh, this time it's we got three airborne players. Fallschirmjägers coming down with G43s. Airborne coming down with Rs. Gliders coming down with commandos. Some KCH and Terror Officer from Stormtrooper. I'm not expecting it to be Terror Officer, but it could be defensive. Track from Ultra. Allies are 26 pump, Axis 28. You see this, because they pushed all the way to the left, they've had a bit of a capping disadvantage all the while. But as soon as the lines become much more even, I expect that pop difference to disappear. Allied Axis bring on more mortars, which is not a bad thing. This map is really good for mortars. There's a lot of choke points. There's so many ways that enemies can move. Unless you cross buildings, I guess. You come on one end and go out the other. More Fallschirmjägers in the back lines. Kind of miss not seeing Fallschirmjägers with the FG42s, but I don't think those are very cost-effective guns for now. Especially since the platform, the Fallschirmjäger platform really doesn't have very good armor. Second triangulation setup. I think Ray's is going to go for his third triangulation. Then he should have pretty good map coverage. See what the Axis are doing at all times. Axis have really positioned themselves around this cathedral, and that's where they want to fight. The Allies seem to be enveloping around them. I think it'd be pretty smart if Nick kept pushing far left, which he seems to be doing right now. I think Razor's commandos have been caught out. I think they're going to go set up their third triangulation. They've just been caught out. Gonna die? And that bed is saved. Now we're seeing big call-in. Commando MG, 2 Piat Piats, and a mortar and a lieutenant. Just Allies and Axis garrisoning buildings right next to each other. Now in this situation, I think the Allies could really push a lot more this center because the Axis really don't have any support weapons to slow any kind of advance. They don't have any MGs. They just have a mortar, 2 packs, some Fallschirmjäger, Luftwaffe ground force. Not entirely sure why they need that much Luftwaffe ground forces, and it keeps going to recruit this MG again. There's no point. This is too much there. Now what they really should be doing is wiring it up, just to make this position way harder to attack. Need something to tank, crush through the water, make it harder for them to get the MGs. There seems to be packs positioned and anti-tank guns positioned everywhere. Grace is facing a lot of fight now. Panzer IV here, Austrians here, but he's got 2 Piats. Piats may not do so well against this Austrian if they're uncloaked. Especially if they're not with their lieutenant and they're in enemy territory. Against the KCH, oh wow, yeah, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be very bad. It's actually 1 Piat Commando and 1 regular Piat squad. Sapper Piat squad. He's gonna lose all of this heat. Oh, this is very bad. He's gonna lose the lieutenant. Stop his Austrian to fire at the lieutenant to try and kill the vet when he should have been chasing the sappers. It's a bit of a waste there. You see here Kronos positioned a pack AT gun to defend Asa, but it's kind of late, he's lost. And KCH are over position now themselves. Garrett in the building with a Piat there. If they manage to get both the Piat and the mortar, it'd be great. It's really cost effective. Here, more airborne, could be Volchmakers. No, it's more airborne dropping behind the lines of the cathedral. Must be a recon run going overhead. Those KCH managed to get behind, get back to their own lines, which is pretty surprising. Another commander's coming out probably to set up the other demo charge, but that Panzer IV is still there. These airborne are completely destroyed. I see a lot of Austrians in this game. Which is probably not a bad thing, considering the amount of elite infantry they're probably going to face. It's like the third or fourth Austrian I've seen this game. Sherman's being hit by Faust. Oh, and it's got a mine flail. Oh, wow. He withdrew immediately. He did not want to become mid-speed. FEC Razor's got a Rue out now. And he's put a Commando Piat squad with the Boys AT and a Commando Piat squad, full strength Commando Piat squad, and they're being supported by Tommies and another Commander squad, which is pretty potent. But I wonder if he doesn't have a lieutenant or doesn't have veteran sergeants on these squads. I guess there are a lot of support weapons here. Comms rifle, mortar, another mortar, MG42, another recoil. That's a lot of stuff to pick up. And these airborne are pretty low health at this point. Rue's going deep into the enemy lines, but they're not really facing anything. The Axis have pretty much solidified this cathedral, and they're just going to keep fighting here, because that's where they're keeping all of their support weapons. Nick has done something similar, but on the left, but doesn't seem to want to push up. We see some heavy infantry from Mad Cow. He's got MP44 Volks, P-guns, and yes, more Luftwaffe ground forces. Not sure if that's necessary, and I just did call MP44 P-guns heavy infantry, but they're not. That was a mistake. And the triangulation is now up. This is Razor's signature play. Is a signature skill that he's shown this war, I guess. You can see everything now in this triangle, basically, using the tactical map. And the Panzer IV goes down to the. Now, it must be 3 Piats in that group by now. And he's put up against the KT. I did not notice the KT come onto the field. He's gonna get the hell out of there. He doesn't have button. Well, he could probably do a pretty good circle strafe, except for the fact there's a pack here. It's possible to do a circle strafe, but this map may not make it so easy, because it's not really that open. These MPT-44 Storms are just going to get eaten up by this M4 shell. He's actually taking the time to wind up a Malfile. So, 105 Sherman, actually. Is that 18 8s? I need to start using some of these Volks and Walking Wood as well to recruit this stuff. There's a lot of support weapons in here. This Rue's been able to take out this mortar. Sorry, the Rue was able to take out the Arty, which took out the mortar. Allies really have lost quite a few mortars this game. Nick's got 5 RR squads on the field, but one's down to 1 man. He's already lost, I think, by 2. And MG died while on the move, so it's not set up. See the Rue's coming back, trying to hit the key target. Didn't very little damage. He's trying to get around its rear. But King Tiger's going to block it. Yeah, that Rue's going to get fucked up. King Tiger at the same time is showing its rear to a BT gun, which got decrewed by the MG on top. He needs to get his infantry out of that Rue right now. He does something in time, and he's gotten way everyone coming in, dropping the back again. King Tiger's almost down to half health at this point. But we've got the airborne which have completely cleared out this cathedral here. So Chrono was airborne, Nick was airborne, Razor was commandos. At this point, Razor's used 5 out of 16 platoons. Stormthrust used 6 out of 17. KT's gonna go down. He's just out of position. Has no support. Except for a 1-man KCH squad and I think a terror officer. Taken out by the sniper. And the King Tiger goes down. Yep, did not achieve anything. Apart from taking it out, just needed some support. 1 of 5 going down. Killing actually some rifles. We got a lot of Axis infantry moving in, and just a lot of airborne. Another whirlwind from Mad Cannon, which I'm not sure how great whirlwinds are. Not terrific. Top Helm is 7 out of 20 platoons. He's got a very big company. Run Zombie 6 out of 17. And Chrono is 8 out of 18. Another sniper from Ultra. That'll make 2 snipers for the Allies. I don't think the Axis have got the snipers yet. Sorry, that'll be the 3rd sniper actually, because Nick used 1 of them. Nick's lost 1 sniper, now Chrono has 1, and now Ultra is bringing in 1. It's not the LMG, shit. Oh, the LMG's not actually being suppressed. Standing right in front of an MG. It's just a massive infantry, but the Axis are definitely going to lose this. There's too many RRs right now for that what we want to take on. And just too much infantry. Some of these infantry needs. And he's going to throw his whirlwind straight into the fight. That was such a waste. Holy shit. Why would you do that? Why would you just run it straight in there? You can see that many RRs, there's no point. The sniper's going to take out that engine. Nice hit. I don't think the Axis response is very good. I mean, they're bringing on just Volks Grenadiers. I mean, that's not going to be enough. Mortar half-track, yeah, that could do pretty well. And a left airburst, and I think it could be an 8 flak at 88. But they need more heavy infantry. G43s on Fallschirmjägers or something to suppress these guys. It's a 105 coming down. Actually, it's a 25 pounder from Razor. It's another Ostwind coming out. It's the 5th Ostwind I've seen this game. That's a 25 pounder coming down and a Thunderbolt with a strip. It's just crazy. And the left airburst is coming. This is just ridiculous. But I think the Axis are definitely losing out more on this because they don't have any kind of healing nearby, which the Allies have with that supply drop. And that Flak 88 is going to be danger close. In fact, I don't actually think the Flak 88 is that useful in the situation. I mean, it's not going to stop infantry, it's not going to kill infantry. You haven't really seen any tanks from the enemy. I mean, you're talking about the 105, but I think you can just fire it from ages away and decrew the 88. Nail that MG. And what a half-dragon is coming back, but I think he should be dropping some incendiary rounds just to hold the enemy advance. Just more Volks coming out from top bomb. So even though he's got a big company, I don't actually think it's going to do that well for him this game. Unless it's not crewing some of these support bombings. Some Vet 3 Tommy squads there. Just getting chewed up by this MG. Some of these Volks and Luftwaffe ground forces, they should probably build wire around here just to reduce the number of angles at which the 80 is likely to get attacked from. 2 squads of MP44 Peaklands, which he needs to use very effectively. Because I don't think he should just run them up straight at the enemy's MG. I mean, alternatively, you could go through the church, come out the other side, which isn't facing the MG. You could go all the way around, or you could hop into one of these buildings, hop out the other side. Because the Allies really don't have any very powerful anti-infantry. They're relying solely upon this 30 cal on the 105. The 105's flail, mine flail. They don't really have any kind of light vehicles or heavy tanks. We're seeing airborne dropping in the backfield, probably with a satchel charge, yep, on the 88. This Ostwind might... Up, that 88 nearly goes down to 2 satchels. That is very lucky. It's just a swarm of Volks and Grens. If they focus fire on these airborne, they can actually kill them. I would just keep chasing them. Just keep chasing them, but I guess they've got some coverage with that MG. And the 88 goes down to the 25 pounder. Just a bold Gren party. The left airburst is still up, but I don't think for much longer once that 25 pounder is able to hit it. Very aggressive use of these buildings, except some of them are very low health. Airburst is coming down, but it's very dangerous to his own infantry. He's using Faust on the 25 pounder, which looks like it's going to go down. Oh wow, that airburst just knocked out almost 2 entire squads of rifles. Airburst is up to 18 kills. Probably 1 anti-tank, but Scout, Bren Scout with a recon Tommy squad, probably with snipe. Which means this is his designated anti-sniper column, most likely. And Magcow's bringing out a armored car and a vampire half-track, Funkwagon. I wonder if he's got a Hotchkiss, so he's just going to use it for recon. Even though the Axis have suffered a lot of attrition, even though they've taken quite a few batterings, lost a lot of support weapons, lost a Flak 88, lost a lot of infantry, they've actually retaken control of the center. Even after all that artillery, they've taken control of the center. And they control slightly more of the map than the Allies, but they continue to hold on to this cathedral. Seeing an anti-sniper calling from Chrono, which I think is unusual because I haven't really seen any Axis snipers on the field. Seems a bit unnecessary. He seems to have gone for an all-rifle rush right now, with a lot of rifles and a couple of 18 to support it. Just a lot of urban combat right now. It's close range. Dr. Nexium wants to do a attack in the rear, or at least back-cap them. Back-cap the Axis. If they're going to fight around the cathedral, it makes sense to go around them. At least not engage from the front, which I guess is good because they're less likely to face an MG. Unfortunately, the Axis don't actually have any MGs left, it seems. Another recon run. Probably show them that they have one MG here. They have a sniper. I didn't see the sniper. Seems to be up to 4 kills. Sorry, after 1 kill. Yeah, it's be a good time to attack from the rear, but it'll have to be coordinated with his allies. Otherwise, he'll just be by himself and he's going to get knocked down. Got a flame prop, which is excellent for these kind of maps because it's trying to give you a lot of room to move around the place, especially with tank guns or Panzerschrecks. Because if you can push around a squad, they can't really fire their Panzerschreck too easily. He's going to take on this crop one at a time, piecemeal. And the airburst is coming down right on these airborne. Oh, the timing was pretty good, but unfortunately it didn't do that much. And at the same time, I mean, you can keep popping in and out of these buildings, and that's another way to take out that tank. He should be popping out. The Allies are starting to put pressure on the center now, probably to try and help Great Nick. He's probably arguing with his teammates, telling them to attack while he's attacking from the rear. While Razor comes in from the right hand side, Nick's coming from the south, and Ultra and Chrono are coming from the front. A second 88 is up. I don't really see the point of a second 88. They're not really facing any tanks. It doesn't do anything. Yeah, great, that 88 took out a bike. They've almost achieved a full back cap and full pincer movement of this cathedral right now. Sniper still hasn't got a lot of kills. Holy shit, this commando Piat's gonna take out a sniper. Holy shit, they just took out the sniper with the Piats. It's fucking hilarious. Stormtrout, you are not microing the sniper. Fucking commando Piat took out a sniper at point blank range with their Piat. Which is not at all surprising. I mean, Piats are borderline anti-infantry weapons, especially with Panzer Elite, considering the P-guns have such a little health. Geschützwagen on the field. I guess they need more anti-tank. I mean, what fucking tanks are they even facing? They're not really facing any tanks. I don't really see the point of a Flak 88 and a Geschützwagen. What is the point? They have packs. They don't need an 88. I mean, there's so many fucking RRs on the field. What is the point of all this anti-tank? They need more anti-infantry, especially with this brick blob and the airborne blob. Gotta stop moving infantry and just fire. Just fire. Just tell them to fire. Jesus Christ. They're really bunched up right now. Good 1 of 5 shot to take up a lot of German infantry. And the idiot goes down to a single Piat squad. And probably that 25 pounder. Both mortars are up to 13 kills. Looks like the Axis able to deal with the back cap, but in the same time they've lost control of the center of the map. They push back. Nick's just got his little fortress here and seems to pop out whenever it suits him. One of ours up to 20 kills. That's pretty good. Lol. 2 triages right next to each other. I don't know if they meant to do that on purpose. Race has been pushed back quite a bit. Probably going to try and take out the captain and the 25 pounder. If any of them have any heavy tanks left, getting rid of that 25 pounder is pretty important. They're getting pretty low on their columns, so I'm assuming one of them has another heavy tank. One of them is Terra. Those off the ground forces, they wouldn't have any heavy tanks. One zombie may be playing Terra as well. Plenty of defensive, but I haven't seen any defensive officers. What is he doing with his G-Wagon? He's pushing up front to try and hit some of this Axis on allied armor. Razor's counterattack is coming up now. Oh snap! That glider came down, and before the infantry could get out, they got shot to pieces. That was a pretty highly vetted, it seemed like, commando squad. That's a big loss. Got another Ostwind out. Squad died in there, and they dropped her Collar's rifle. Is facing Volks Grenadiers with an assault airborne squad in a building. That is not going to be an issue. I think at this point I'm probably going to call it for the Allies. I feel like they've lost fewer call-ins. They have more left, it seems. Though Razor's pretty low, he's 15 out of 16. But I just think they're just gonna be worn down at this point. They haven't effectively dealt with Nick's blob, and while they whittle away at Razor's British blob of doom, it keeps coming back. Though it might be on its final legs. And it goes up to 16 of 21, so he actually has a pretty big PE company. Run Zombies 14 of 17. Storm Riders 14 of 17. Top Armor is 15 out of 22, so I think the Axis have quite a bit left. It's going to come down to Medcow and Top Armor. I think it's 9 out of 14 as he's maybe half his company now. Though most of his airborne are likely to call on. Chrono's 15 of 18. Try is 16 of 21. Yeah, definitely going to call it for the Allies, I think. Somebody's got a half-track. Could be a sniper or something. And a bird tiger out from Medcow. You don't really see bird tigers very often. Also, I think that there are many wrecks for him to bring back to health. I mean, there's the KT wreck. That'll take forever though. And by the time it does come back up, it won't have a turret. And then Ostwind's getting chased down by this Alcon Sherman. It's taken out. God, I'd love to see an arty right here, right now. And this Chrono Sniper's up to 32 kills. It's a vet too. It's pretty good. Razor's bunkering up on the right. Nick's bunkering up on the left. By virtue of 2 triages, they've got a... Oh, and the sniper just got taken out by a random mortar shell. Fuck. That's pretty unlucky. 32 kill sniper. smaller teams up to 19 kills. And 15. We're seeing a Panther out from top arm. Looks like I wouldn't think he had any other. Apart from that Panther, he's not going to have any other heavy tanks. I don't think the Panther's going to cut it. They're not really facing that much armor. It's mostly the heavy infantry. Well, not even really heavy infantry, just the sheer number of infantry they're going to face. Unless they just focus down on Razor or they focus down on Nick. I mean, they don't know that Razor's down to his last columns, but if they did, it would leave that side of the map completely open. If they just focused on him. And that double-vetted mortar goes down to the 105 Hearts. 105 Sherman, that is. Which is up to 27 kills. At this point, Riz's Brit Blob actually looks kind of dangerous. I mean, they got a captain, they got a lieutenant. Tommy squads aren't great, but you can focus fire with them on one squad at a time. You can do quite a bit of damage, especially if he's going to go against Magcal with his P-Grans. Well, the only thing he's really lacking here is any kind of anti-tank. He's got this AT gun, and I guess 25 pounder, but nothing mobile really to keep up with all that infantry. But I guess looks to be repairing the 80mm, which is going to be completely useless when you think about it, because they haven't dealt effectively with the 105 Sherman. Panther needs to be moving up. All of that infantry was wasted. What does that happen to move up his infantry? He's quite wary of these armor squads, but he's down to 3 armors. Could lose this pack too. Next, dropping smoke. But he's got no support. Magcal's, I think, changing directions to go help top on with his Panther. But I don't think there's really much he can do. I mean, he's got a more Luftwaffe ground forces, a Marder, which is going to do nothing because Marder's a piece of shit, and Hotchkiss with Stukas, which might have been useful a little bit early when he was about to attack. I'll let infantry concentrate in that building. 3 grand squads versus a whole lot of Tommies. Isn't that the most exciting thing you've ever seen? Let's go somewhere else. Just continues to be more skirmishes here. I think Chrono might have just stolen that mortar. Pretty good steal. A shitload of anti-tank. I got an 88 and 2 packs. Plus the Funk Wagon, so each side is really snooping on each other. Triangulation is still up. I think it's pretty effective. It's somewhat effective what Razor's doing. He's drawing runs off it, which he has a lot of heavy infantry, or at least Grens. He's drawing them to the right, which makes the center a lot less well defended. Especially since the center has mostly anti-tank. Nick continues to hold his side of the map, but I think he's out of arms at this point. He would have called some more on if he could, I think. KCH from top bomb. I mean, that Panther going down the center, just the lack of anti-tank from the allies. The Panther going down the center with a couple of well-placed KC squads could take out the 105 Sherman, could take out the Sherman, could kill all the infantry, kill all the mortars, and just punch a hole right between Razor and Nick. Force them to move rather than taking the fight to them. Because even though these squads are somewhat vetted, they're not exactly enough. There's it's actually sandbags. And there's a mortar coming down and raises forces. Mortar might actually make the key defensive. Duke is being fired. Seaman raises forces. Duke doesn't do much. Especially that 18 nest. Panzer's gone down the center. But isn't really going for a killing blow. I mean, it's just you need to be more decisive with the way they use their tanks. Let's have to have AP rounds. Raises down to very little at this point. I mean, mostly it's his commandos. Just kind of getting close enough. And those LMGs will tear them to shreds because commandos don't exactly have a lot of health or great armor. Just a single KCH squad going up against all these guys. That building's gonna go down. One of our shows about 30 kills. See, that's when you need situations like this. KCH, not move off the ground forces, unfortunately. They're basically like hawks, but much worse. That Panther's is down to less than half health and hasn't really achieved much. But it did manage to take out that AT gun, which means it can swoop in and kill a lot. I don't think he knows it though. There's no anti-tank, and just as I say that, a Hellcat is coming up. I don't know if the Hellcat, I mean if it's cloaked it can do some good damage, but once it gets spotted I think the Hellcat's going to be taken out with the Panther, even at that level. God, I just want like splash damage from the 88 to kill all these squads. Nick is splitting up his forces. I think this might be the best opportunity to kill some of them. Especially if he's going to keep his airborne by itself. Wow, Hellcat did good damage. It's going to take out that Panther with that shot. Why isn't he turning? The 88 actually does something. Kills the Hellcat. Way too late. Probably because I was focus firing on that airborne. Left airburst is set up again. He seems to have lost his commando squad. But at the same time I think Ultra's giving him some help. Corner's giving him some help with an MG. They're going after the Bataga. This is down to 33 pump. They probably don't have that much left, apart from that cannon top on. Probably should have just stayed in the building. The building actually gave him pretty good cover from the artillery. Engineers, this is KCH. Who will win? Pathfinders are just trying their damnedest to kill this KCH. Came pretty close. I think at this point it's pretty clear Axis are going to lose. Top Bomb is bringing out a lot of heavy infantry. Speed it up a bit. 10, gonna crush all these guys on this. That's what happens when there's much attack. But they're sort of Faust. Using Faust here. Those stone pioneers seem to have spurs. Razor's finally out of stuff. Stormtrot is out of stuff. He's got no more Collins left. Nick is 13 out of 14. Oh, looks like a bundle. Top Bomb is also topped out. 22 out of 22. That's a lot of artillery. That's airburst and the stupid. That bird tag, but trying to resurrect that case in a KT. Race's last column is a Firefly. Ultra's been wiped out. That I did not actually see coming. Mostly because of his usage of the 105. I think he might have pulled it off or might have died. I'm pretty sad that he died. He did really well with it in this game. I mean, he's pretty aggressive with it, especially with the mind blow. I don't see that too much. He's very upfront with the use of the 105. Just keeping babysitting him at once. But target killed. Good streak kills. And Hotchkiss is actually up to 19 kills in one attack. It's a vet 3 pack squad. I don't see that every day. Can't make it good enough. Side his hand enough. Oh, please kill that airborne. Damn it. Some Fallschirmjägers coming down and they're getting shot at by a Quad. It's pretty unfortunate. And this game is over. The Allies have finally taken the lead after what feels like many attacks. Oh, that's unfortunate. This Vet 3 pack got killed. It's pretty hard to get those things after Vet 3. Top Bomb was wiped out, even though he had one of the biggest companies in this game. Stormtrap was wiped out. The lone command tank roams the enemy's lines. And that triangulation was actually well placed. He managed to keep it on the whole game. I think his gameplay is showing people how to use triangulation. I think it'll encourage people, raise his usage to encourage people to use triangulation. That calling at the start, he managed to get 2 uses out of it. One, to get behind the enemy battlefields and attack from 2 sides, 1 player. At the same time, he gave him time to set up the triangulation in a spot people wouldn't really expect, because it was quite deep in enemy lines. And he sets up one really far back and then one on either side. Overall, I think it was a pretty good game. Not the most engaging I've ever seen, but I think there was a lot more flanking than I thought there would be. But it kind of forced it because of the lack of the open nature of the map. I think each side did really sort of fortify this position here. I think the Axis' main problem is that they rely too heavily on bringing out a lot of anti-tank, which I don't think was necessary because there was those Crocs at the start and they did a lot of damage, and I think that might have psyched out the Axis a bit, expecting there to be more anti-tank and more armor, but there really wasn't. Especially on this map, I don't think packs are all that great. You're probably better off with some treks and less pack. But, yeah. Thanks for joining me. GG.